Hey guys, Miss Coddington here. So I wanted to make this video really quick because I know that tomorrow you have your test on telling time. So I thought we should review a few things. So I'm going to start off by drawing a clock. Now remember, if you are in my class, you know that my drawing skills are not the best. And if you are in Ms. Oaks, Mrs. Zeiders, or Ms. Brown's class, you are about to find out that my drawing skills are not the best, but we'll make it work. Okay, so here I have my clock. Now, what we are going to do is we are going to use some different colors to help you remember which numbers are for which part of telling time. So, in the middle, I'm going to have my dot. And just for the purpose of this, I'm just going to draw the hands pointing in different directions. So the red hand is my small hand, which tells the hour. My long hand is going to be blue, which is the minutes. So red is hour, and blue is minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by drawing my numbers in red for the hours. So we know that our 12 o'clock hour is at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So depending on where your short hand is pointing, these numbers are what tell you what hour it is. Now, this looks like a regular clock. So the next part I'm going to do is not actually on the clock, but it is something you can think of in your head so you don't forget that the number where the long hand points, this does not mean 2 minutes. So remember, for each number, we're counting by fives. Our 12 is 0. So that means if our long hand is pointing to the 12, 0 minutes have passed in our hour. And we go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, and 55. So remember, I know that in my class throughout the year we've been working on counting and we've counted by fives. So if you're ever not sure what time it is and you need to figure out the minutes, you can count in your head by fives. 5, 10, 15, 20, and so on. So let's go ahead and we are going to look at the way this clock is drawn. So we're going to start by which number is our small hand pointing at. So when we look, we see that it is on the 10. So our hour is 10. Then we're going to draw this so as we are drawing our time. Now, when I look at my minutes, the long hand, remember, it is not 2 minutes. We have to count by fives. So if I don't have this here and I go, okay, 0, 5, 10. Since our hand is pointing right at the 2, it is 10. So funny enough, I actually made this so the time is 10:10. I didn't even mean to do that. So now what we're going to do is this clock's going to be a little smaller. I'm going to draw another clock right here. Hopefully you guys still should be able to see it. And this time I'm not going to do different colors and I'm not going to do the minute numbers. So I'm just going to start by drawing my clock as you would see it if you were looking at a clock on the wall like we have at school or in your house or on your test. Okay, so here's my clock. Now what I'm going to do is I am going to draw my small hand, and I am going to draw my long hand. Now what I want you to do is I want you to take a minute and look at the clock and see if you can figure out what time it is. So I'm going to just wait here for a minute while you do this, and then we will come back and solve it together. Okay, so if you need a little bit more time to solve, that's totally okay, but I didn't want to make this video super long, so you can go ahead and pause the video and work on solving this if you haven't yet. Take your time, but if you have solved it, then go ahead and keep watching the video, and now we're going to talk about it together. I'm going to use a different color so you can see. Let's do orange. Okay, now this one is a little bit tricky, because when we look at this, it looks like it's pointing towards the 5. But if you line it up and you look more closely, has it touched or passed the 5 yet? The answer is no. So remember, when telling time, as the minute hand goes farther, this is going to get closer and closer to the next hour. But because it has not touched the 5 yet, it is still 4 o'clock. So our hour is going to be 4. Now this time we didn't have the numbers up here like we did the first time, but if you count by 5s, 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So that would mean our minute hand is pointing to the 8, which is 40 minutes. So our time is 4:40. If you have any questions, feel free to contact your teacher and we will help you as much as we can. Go ahead and review this video if you want to again, or you can play some of the games that are going to be attached with this video, and I know you will all do awesome on your test tomorrow. See you guys later.